because, you know, it's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Ladies and gentlemen, the largest scandal in the modern American landscape, certainly bigger than Watergate, but up to this point, Watergate, baby, was the biggest spying scandal in America. Watergate was a scandal where Richard Nixon broke into the DNC, agents of Richard Nixon, using the crony coordination with the apparatuses of law enforcement in the government to spy on his political opponents. It led to multiple committees being interned against him in the House and in the Senate. The Watergate hearings, which were bombshell hearings at the time, 1972 to 1974. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, as we all know, Richard Nixon resigned.
I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
Whew, we are facing a parallel reality right now, except for it's reversed. You see, Hillary Clinton and the Democrats spied on the Republican candidate for president and then the Republican president. So it's even worse. Where will the resignations be coming from? Will it destroy people's careers? Will Joe Biden go down in flames? Will Republicans put people in jail? Well, the most famous you'll go to jail moment ever in American history, you just heard it there during the debates, 2016. Donald Trump said, "You'd be in jail, Hillary Clinton." Well, she was asked once more whether she should be going to jail. That's right, Hillary Clinton, on the onset of special counsel John Durham, saying that she spied on President Trump through her campaign. Dirty tricks. Hillary Clinton, criminal enterprise leader, witch, and rat queen, was asked at her fancy New York apartment, paid for by money from third world countries all around the world funneled into the Clinton Foundation slush fund, if she spied on Trump. That's right, a reporter had the guts to walk up to her face and say, "Did you spy on Trump? Are you the new Richard Nixon?" Whew. The answer was predictable. Roll the tape.
Hillary, Laura Collins, Daily Mail. Did you pay to spy on the Trump campaign? When are you going to comment on the spying allegations, Hillary? Did you pay for having spied on?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you got a smile and a wave from Hillary. The same smile and wave, probably, that she gave Jeffrey Epstein. The last thing Jeffrey Epstein saw in his cell was Hillary Clinton's cackle echoing through the prison cell. There was no cackling going on in the White House press corps room when the Jen Psaki stand-in, Jean-Pierre, was sitting there a little, well, she didn't actually have anything to say on the matter. You knew this would be how they'd respond. Mum's the word. Listen to the White House press secretary deputy get hammered with the Clinton spying scandal.
And on the second topic, this news about the Durham investigation. Does the president have any concerns about a candidate for president using computer experts to infiltrate computer systems of competing candidates, or even the president-elect to use for the goal of creating a narrative? Is that something that...
That's something I can't speak to from this podium, so I refer you to the Department of Justice.
Is what was described in that report, monitoring internet traffic, is that spying?
Again, I can't speak to that report. I refer you to the Department of Justice.
Generally speaking, that with monitoring internet traffic...
Jackie, my answer is not going to change. I refer you to the Department of Justice. I can't speak to that from here. Go ahead.
Kareem.
For his part, Joe Biden, who never really has anything to say ever of any report or import, wandered the White House lawn like an escaped nursing home patient, being led about by Jill, as he often does. And Joe Biden had this to say when asked about national matters of great importance. Well, Joe Biden, again, was very Biden. Go.
Mr. President, is the risk of a Russian invasion higher than ever?
Mum is the word for the American criminal ruling class, and probably smart. You don't want to implicate yourself in a crime, and indeed the crime is unraveling before our very eyes, and the largest criminal enterprise in the world unraveling before our very eyes. John Ratcliffe, the former director of national intelligence under Donald Trump, says that there is going to be a lot worse things that happen. The Moab, the frozen silver sledgehammer is about to drop. John Durham is going to find his mark, ladies and gentlemen. John Ratcliffe said more massive indictments are coming. John Brennan, James Clapper, James Comey, the three heads of the intelligence agencies under Obama and partially under Trump, who continued on this illegal spying operation. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll let John Ratcliffe speak for himself. This is a man, by the way, who handed off all of the charging documents to John Durham, so I'd take his word for it. Listen.
Good morning to you, and thank you for your time. I think the story runs deep. There are a lot of names, places, dates, etc. What should our audience understand about what this latest development is with Durham? Spell it out.
Well, Bill, to remind viewers, it was in September of 2020 that for the first time the public found out, when I declassified John Brennan's handwritten notes, that there was a Hillary Clinton campaign plan to create fake Russia collusion allegations or scandal involving Donald Trump. I met with John Durham in my capacity as DNI to share with him some of those documents that have been now declassified, but also many other intelligence community documents that evidence what that Hillary Clinton campaign plan involved and who was involved with it that still remain classified. This latest filing, as it relates to one of Hillary Clinton's lawyers, Michael Sussman, all of these filings are details that the public is now finding out, as John Durham is alleging it, as parts of what was the Hillary Clinton campaign plan to falsely accuse Donald Trump of collusion with Russia.
Help me understand this. The word infiltrate has been used. I'm assuming is that another word for hacking a computer when you're trying to infiltrate a server? Define that.
No. I think based on the allegations, a tech executive and tech company used what was originally lawful access into government servers, but to gain information and to use it for an unlawful purpose. So what John Durham's pleading talks about is that Hillary Clinton's lawyer, Michael Sussman, took this information from the tech executives and pitched it to the FBI as evidence of Trump-Russia connections that simply weren't true, and that the lawyer, Michael Sussman, and the tech executive knew not to be true.
Okay, I've got 20 questions, but I only got time for 2 more. There have been, I believe, only 3 people indicted over the past 3 years. And what did you tell Durham about who should be indicted, and which names did you give him?
Well, I'm not going to prejudice his case. We talked about, John Brennan's notes talked about, Hillary Clinton campaign advisors. Obviously, the pleadings talk about Hillary Clinton campaign lawyers. Now you're talking about consultants. Any folks, Bill, I think this pleading alleges or alludes to a conspiracy, meaning 2 or more people in furtherance of a crime. And anyone that was aware that this campaign plan was going to be falsely pitched to the FBI or the CIA or law enforcement or intelligence authorities would be subject to criminal prosecution for any number of criminal crimes, mail fraud, wire fraud, lying under oath, congressional testimony, false testimony to prosecutors, all of those things. So it could go broadly and deeply. I think it does, based on intelligence that I have seen and that I discussed with John Durham.
Can you say today that more indictments are indeed coming?
I think they should be. I say that, and I've been saying there'd be indictments before there were any. And the folks that have been indicted, that does relate to intelligence that I shared with John Durham. And based on more intelligence that has not yet been declassified, I would expect there to be, frankly, quite a few more indictments. I think this conspiracy, and I do think there was a criminal conspiracy, is broad and deep. And I hope that, obviously John Durham is moving carefully, but I would expect and anticipate, based on intelligence that I've seen, that there would be quite a few more indictments relating to this.
Okay. I have 30 seconds. You mentioned the year 2020. What did John Brennan tell President Obama in the Oval Office in 2016?
Well, he and I can talk about this because this part has been declassified. He briefed President Obama and Vice President Biden and other members of the national security team about this specific intelligence that John Durham now has about a Hillary Clinton plan to falsely accuse and vilify Donald Trump with a scandal, and the discussion around that, and whether or not it was good intelligence. And so everything that happened after that, Bill, is one of the reasons that John Durham is investigating. Bill Barr, John Durham, and I, all looking at this intelligence, agreed that there was not a proper predicate to open a criminal investigation into the Trump campaign, yet that happened. So those are the issues that John Durham is looking at, and I think there'll be many more. I would expect there to be quite a few more indictments because of that. There was not a proper predicate to begin that investigation.
Okay.
John Durham has said that publicly already.
Sir, thank you for your time. This will indeed continue. John Radcliffe, thank you, in Dallas today.
Thank you for watching. We are 100% independent news. Are you sick of being lied to? We certainly are. That's why we started this channel. But we can't do it without you. We can't keep going without your help. All we ask is that you click like and subscribe and share this video. It's free. And it keeps us going, it keeps us growing, it keeps us getting the truth out there to break the rotted corporate media infrastructure that wants to lie to you every single day, wants to corrupt your narratives, your truth, your story, and your very society. So support us by clicking like, clicking subscribe, and thank you, Patriots.